And we move to that part of the evening where Outlook Speak Out felicitates a few achievers who are on ground, making a difference. They're creating the change that we need in different industries and different walks of life. It's time for the Outlook Speak Out Outstanding Achievers Felicitation for 2018. And to do the honors, I'd like to invite our chief guest. She's already known to much of the outside world. Even before she was in politics, she was one of the most popular television artists, and her journey has been remarkable and exemplary. Please help me to welcome the Honorable Minister of Textile, Mrs. Smriti Zubin Irani, and I'd request Mr. Indranil Roy, CEO, Outlook Group, and Mr. Ruben Banerjee to please escort the Honorable Minister on stage. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much for taking time out to be with us here this evening. Well, our first felicitation goes to a wildlife photographer and wildlife conservationist. She's the Executive Director of the Wildlife Protection Society of India. And before turning to full-time conservation work in 1994, she was a wildlife photographer and an Emmy Award-winning documentary filmmaker who worked for many years with National Geographic. She has pioneered investigations into the illegal wildlife trade in the Indian subcontinent and has been instrumental in the arrest of hundreds of wildlife criminals. She has been awarded the OBE in 2003 for services to protection of wildlife in India. She received the Carl Zeiss Wildlife Conservation Award in 2005 and was elected an Ashoka Senior Fellow in 2009. Ladies and gentlemen, please take a peek into who I'm talking about. Is a woman's view to conservation very different from a man's? What's your experience been like?
I think women are amazing, and I think we have a much bigger capacity of being positive and to finding solutions. Most of the meetings I go to, I'm the only woman, and I just think that we have this sort of capability to think things through, and I've had a marvelous journey, fabulous journey. Thank you.
Yes, to many more years of doing good work. Our next person who we'd like to felicitate next is an IPS Inspector General of Police, Bengaluru, and previously DIG Prisons. She's the first woman IPS officer of Karnataka. She completed her graduation from Kuvempu University, Karnataka, with a gold medal and an MA in psychology from Bengaluru University. She's a trained Bharatnatyam dancer. She's been awarded the President's Police Medal twice in 2016 and 17. Please welcome D. Rupa Mudgil. Wanted to ask you some questions that have come up. And do you think women have to assert their authority more than men, especially given the profession that you're in?
All of us know that even today police is very male-dominated. And there is no reservation for women at the higher echelons, like in the IPS. We all enter just like anybody, and still the bias continues. For example, when I entered the service, there were some men asking, why you women have chosen IPS? What do you think you will do? And that continues, because many a time when postings are considered, people think, or the authorities think, n number of times whether ladies can handle this position or not. But I would like to tell them that women, we are different. We may not be the same as men, we may not work the same as men, but we are different. And we bring empathy, understanding, and care to the table. And I think this bias should go, and definitely it will go one day. Just like Madam is standing, of course, her field is also quite male-dominated. What happens in these male-dominated fields is that people think that girls are very well protected, so they don't know the ways of the world. So when I entered very young in the service, they thought, well, she might have passed UPSC exam, but her solutions or whatever her suggestions are not practical. Madam wouldn't have seen the world much. So they think that they know the world. So there is a lesson for all of us that we should encourage women to be more adventurous, to our girls to be more adventurous. Don't keep them very protected. Yes, safety is definitely an issue, but that itself goes against women. So we need to encourage more women to come out, have the exposure, and get empowered.
Well, here's to the spirit of adventure. The person I'd like to call on next is the former captain of the Indian women's cricket team. She won the ICC Women's Cricketer of the Year award in 2017. She surpassed Catherine Fitzpatrick's record to become the highest wicket taker in women's one-day history. In 2015, she was one of 4 senior players who were handed the highest grade of central contracts by BCCI for the first time. And recently, she crossed yet another milestone by becoming the first woman to pick up 300 international wickets during India's first one-day international match against Sri Lanka. And I'm sure you know whom I'm talking about, but why don't we take a look before I call her on stage. Please welcome Ms. Jhulan Goswami. Yeah, I just wanted to ask you, which male cricketer would you like to bowl out?
I think I love to bowl down Mithali because I hardly saw a technical, correct player, in women's cricket or male cricket. Obviously, there's a lot of great male cricketers there, but for me, playing along with her in the same team, each and every day is a next session for me is a big challenging moment because getting her out is like a biggest achievement each and every night session because she is a person who never give up and she is technically so sound and the margin of error is so much little. So each and every ball I have to focus like I am bowling in a match. So I like to say
what
Mithali.
About one of the boys? Do you want to bowl out one of the boys?
I played a lot of tennis ball cricket with my friends when I lived in my village, Chakda. But it's difficult to say in a men's cricket because I hardly bowl to them in our nets. But again,
Maybe the entire team.
No, I cannot be. It's a sports. It cannot be biased. Cricket is just a sports. Anybody can come and play sports. Unnecessary, we always say, this is for girls and that is for boys. But for me, everybody have their own choice to live. And, sports cannot be makes a divide and rule, men's and
yes,
women's.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think truly well said. Thank you so much. I think
Pleasure.
truly well
Pleasure.
said. Thank you so much for the wonderful work and for making our country proud. Our next guest on stage is a renowned wildlife biologist and founder of Hargila Army. She works with Guwahati-based NGO and that works for wildlife conservation. She was awarded the Nari Shakti Puraskar by President Ramnath Kovind for her efforts in conserving greater adjutant storks. She also won the prestigious Whiteley Award, also known as the Green Oscars. And before I invite her on stage, I want you to take a look at some of the stuff she's done. Please welcome Ms. Purnima Devi Burman. Is it a tough battle to fight for conservation in the face of growing infrastructure in the Northeast?
Yeah, it's very challenging, and being a woman, it's very challenging. First of all, when I started my work, looking back again, when I was doing my master's, when I thought about this work, no one in my area worked like being a woman. Then my parents were very worried because they had a very big dream with me, and my job was very insecure, going to the field again. And my neighbors were asking, why he's coming late? So my parents were very worried. That was my first challenge. Then when I was there, every moment is a challenge, but I know my goal. And this award, thank you, ma'am. We met in President's Award, Nari Shakti. She was so inspiring. And this award is dedicated to my Hargila Army and women from Dadara Pasura Singimari village and all the people who are supporting me. District Administration, Kamrup District Administration and Kamrup Police, they are also supporting me. And because I have to tell you that, yeah, my work is divided into, we are working with women, Hargila Army. People ask me, why women? Actually, we throw women, we meet their men, we meet their children, everyone. We are working with 10,000 people. And trust me, ladies and gentlemen, working with people is the toughest challenge. And you can work with everyone, but with people, but it's such a joy working with them. And one thing I would love to tell you, apart from my community conservation work, I don't know, you may not be knowing that I climbed 100 feet, up to 100 feet bamboo tower. And because there is no other way, I have to do the behavior study of the birds, greater adjutant stork, Hargila, and there is no other way. And just last, I would like to say, at my home, including my husband and my parents, everyone think that this is a man's job, not a woman's job, but I showed them, I climb, I am there for 15 days and study there. One day, what happened? One day I was, because when I work with the women in the village, we also organize stork baby shower, like goat bharai for the stork to attract them. I was there doing a stork baby shower, and suddenly someone told me that there was 2 egg cells, means the 2 birds hatched. I was in my sari because I was with them. what to do. Actually, I didn't know even that I was in my sari, like mekhela sadar, we call it, and I climbed 100 feet. I didn't know. My husband, when came to know, he said that he was really, really very angry. He supports me a lot, but that day, he was really very angry. He said that, Purnima, I am going to give you a divorce, really. Then I said, oh yeah, you can give me a divorce, but do you know where I'm going to go? He asked me where. I am going to go, I'm going to stay in my bamboo platform till you call me. He was melted like anything. And this way we have to work. It's a, yeah, thank you so much. Ma'am, please come to my work, please come to us.
I need a bamboo plateau too.
I have a gift for you from my Hargila army. Yeah, maybe that too, yeah. Thank you so much.
So heartfelt and innocent and such lovely work and so brave. Well, I'm going to invite on stage next an all-women Indian Navy crew. They were led by Lieutenant Commander Vartika Joshi, who successfully circumnavigated around the globe for 8 months on board INSV Tarini, and they returned back to base in Goa in May of 2018. And the feisty team comprising of Lieutenant P. Swathi, Lieutenant Pratibha Jamwal, Air Traffic Control Specialist, and Lieutenant Vijaya Devi, Sub-Lieutenant Payal Gupta, both education officers, and Lieutenant B. Aishwarya, Naval Architect. They set a record by becoming the first ever all-women crew to complete the circumnavigation. It covered over 22,000 nautical miles in the 254-day-long voyage. The crew won the prestigious Tenzing Norgay National Adventure Award for beating the odds in water, and their endurance was immense, and it's the highest national recognition for their outstanding achievement in the field of adventure on land, sea, and air. And the crew was also bestowed with Navy Sena Medal on the 72nd Independence Day. And before I invite the team, please take a look at some of the stuff that they've been through. Almost a year on the oceans. What was it like? 6 women, small place.
It was a fantastic journey, and now we are back. We are still not settled our gyro yet, so we feel shaky, slightly. But this voyage was an eye-opener for us, and returning has probably changed our outlook towards life. And it also gave us a chance for introspection. Those 8.5 months that we were so close to the elements not only gave us a chance to see the various shades of nature, but also helped us see various shades of our own selves. Several challenges were there, and probably had we not gone out, we wouldn't have known that we could deal with those challenges.
That's true. I think when you are faced with adversity and challenges, when you really get to know yourself. And what's it been like? I mean, apart from, of course, this fabulous, journey that you guys have had, what's it like being in the Navy, and how do people on the outside view, your choices of being a naval officer?
I think the one thing that really attracted me towards the forces was that it does not differentiate between genders. I never wanted to be treated in any different way. And I always expected my surroundings to treat me the same way like they would treat any other male counterpart. So that was the reason of my joining the Navy. and I got it, and I'm really happy to be part of it. I think Aishwarya would also agree to it.
Would you like to add to that?
So the day we joined Navy, we were only told that you're officers of Indian Navy, not male officer, not female officer. And the day we stepped down our boat, we were told that the sea is not going to be merciful on you because you're a female. So on board our boat, the gender was the last thing that we thought about, and we finished this voyage successfully.
Congratulations, and thank you so much for being here with us today. I think it's an honor. We can give them both a round of applause. Thank you so much. Well, I'd like to call a 19-year-old student of Delhi's Gargi College. She became an instant celebrity in the world of combat sports in India after winning silver medal in Kurash in recently concluded Asian Games in Jakarta. And one of India's most promising judokas, Pinky, now aims to win gold in Olympics. She's also a two-time national silver medalist, and in this year's Junior Asian Championships, she won a gold medal in the women's 52 kg category. I'd like to call this absolutely amazing athlete, and you should see what she's done before I call her on stage. Balhara. पिंकी, आपसे पूछना है कुछ। आपने जूडो कैसे शुरू करा? आपको क्यों अच्छा लगता है जूडो और कुराश?
जो कि मेरे मामा है वो मेरे कोच है समुंदर टोकस, तो वो मेरे नाना के नाम से टूर्नामेंट वगैरह कराते थे। तो मैं शुरू से बहुत लड़ाकू और ज़िद्दी हूँ, तो मेरा लड़ाई में बहुत इंटरेस्ट रहता है। मैं ये नहीं देखती कि वो लड़का है या लड़की है। और जैसे कि हमारे इंडिया में सोचा जाता है कि लड़के बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग होते हैं, लड़कियाँ नहीं होती। मेरा ये मानना है कि लड़कियाँ ज़्यादा स्ट्रॉन्ग होती है, उनमें विल पावर होती है, पेशेंस होते हैं, जो कि लड़कों में नहीं होते। और लड़कियां ऐसी चीज़ है जो अपने माँ बाप का सबसे ज़्यादा ध्यान रखती है। शादी के बाद लड़का भूल जाता है अपने माँ बाप को, लेकिन लड़कियां तब भी सोचती है। तो मैं ये चाहती हूँ कि जैसे सुशील कुमार को जानते हैं कि ये सुशील कुमार जा रहा है, तो मेरे को बताना ना पड़े कि मैं पिंकी बलारा हूँ या क्या गेम करती हूँ। दुनिया ये कहे पिंकी बलारा जा रही है।
Absolutely heartwarming. Thank you so much. और एक जोरदार तालियां हो जाए पिंकी के लिए, प्लीज। Last but definitely not the least, I'd like to call Miss Ekta Kapoor once again on stage to receive a small accolade from our side. Can we please have you come on stage? You've heard from her earlier in the say something after you've heard everyone else.
I mean, all the women here are such big achievers. I feel stunted in front of them. So I'll end this with an anecdote. I called up Smriti saying, I'm coming to Delhi, for the Outlook Awards. You meet me for coffee now, before or after? She's like, I'm the chief guest, we meet you at the event. So I was like, okay. I felt really happy because can you imagine I'm getting an award with somebody I launched on television? I can't feel better in life. Thank you.